Good morning, teachers. I welcome all of you to the experiential online teacher training program that is being conducted by Diet Tumkuru in collaboration with Caring with Color, a Mansi Kirloskar initiative. Today, we are all meeting here for the English training program that is being conducted for English teachers of both Tumkur and Madhugiri educational districts. Today's topic is nouns. Now, I request Dr. Prasanna Kumar to welcome all the teachers here and also introduce the facilitators of today's webinar.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಡಯಟ್ ತುಮಕೂರು ಹಾಗೂ ಡಯಟ್ ಮಧುಗಿರಿಯಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಾಮಪದ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಂತದ ತರಬೇತಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಸಂವರ್ಧನಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ತರಬೇತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇರಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಕಲರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ 2 ಡಯಟ್ಗಳ ಸಹಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುಗಮಕಾರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ನಮಗೆ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಟೀಚರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಬುಗುಡ್ನಹಳ್ಳಿ ತುಮಕೂರಿಂದ, ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿವೇಕ್ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ತುಮಕೂರಿನ ಕುಂದೂರು ಶಾಲೆಯಿಂದ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇರಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಕಲರ್ನಿಂದ ಸುಮಯ್ಯ ಸಾಯಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಶಾ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಾರಿಯಾ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು 15 ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಪಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ತಯಾರಿಯಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಅದರ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನೇ ಸಂದೇಹಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರಿಗೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೋತ್ತರ ವಿಷಯ ಬಂದಾಗ ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗಳೇನು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಲೂಕುವಾರು ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ದಾಟಿಸಿ ಅವರಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಮರ್ಪಕ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಿಸುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಸುಗಮಕಾರ ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಶುಭವಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ 2 ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಡೀಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾರೈಸ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Good morning, everyone. Here are 2 teachers in the staff room. Come, let us see what they are up to.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning of Fun and Learning.
Good morning, Vivek. It is nice to meet you after such a long time.
Same here. What did you do during the lockdown?
Vivek, I was stuck at home throughout, but
Okay. Tell me that one thing you couldn't live without during the pandemic.
Well, Vivek, I couldn't live without my phone. What about you?
Yes, my phone was very important too, but I could do without it. Let's ask our teacher friends what they couldn't live without during this pandemic.
Yes, Vivek. Dear teachers, what is the one thing you couldn't live without during the lockdown? Please respond in the chat box. I request all the teachers to type in your responses. Okay, I could see some of the responses coming up. Oh, TV.
My friends are telling mask. Good.
That's wonderful. Now, dear teachers, let us make it more interesting. We want you to create an animal by combining the features of any 2 animals and giving it a name. For example, if you take a butterfly and an elephant and combine them to make a new animal, that it will be elefly. I request teachers to type in your responses by creating an animal.
Friends, you can create a name of an animal by combining the features of any 2 animals and give it a name.
Wow. Good. A liger. That's great. Yes, teachers, we want some more. Yes. Wow. Creative responses we are getting.
It's so nice to see how creative our teachers are.
Sure, Vivek.
Okay. Thank you, friends. Come, now let me introduce you to my friend Naunita, who is very fond of nouns. Just as her name suggests, and see what was the one thing she couldn't live without during the pandemic, and what animal she has created. Welcome, Naunita.
Hi friends, I'm Naunita. I just couldn't live without jackfruit. I just love jackfruit. And luckily for me, I have a huge tree in my backyard. So there was never a day without jackfruit.
Wow, jackfruit. And what is the animal that you have created, Naunita?
The animal is penguin. It's a combination of a penguin and a kitten.
Wow, that's very creative too.
Thank you, Vivek. Now, if you realize, we just coined a new name for an imaginary animal. And everything my hand touches, the people I love so much, a place to go and shop, and the animal who loves to hop, all have names. And all their names are called nouns.
Oh, yes. I just realized that you love nouns too.
Yes, Vivek, I do. Let's take our teachers on a tour to show them what nouns are.
Let's look at two types of nouns. And the first one is common noun. Common nouns are words used for a non-specific place, person, idea, or object. Common nouns are not capitalized. For example, the farmer is hardworking. Navnita, can you identify the common noun in this sentence?
Vivek, is it a farmer?
Yes, you're right, Navnita. The second example is the students ate dinner at a restaurant. What is the common noun in this sentence?
Students and a restaurant as well.
Fine. There are no trees in this village. Can you identify the common noun?
Trees and village.
Very fine, Navnita.
So the second type of noun is proper noun. Proper nouns are words used for a specific place, person, or object. We should remember that the first letter of a proper noun is always capitalized. This distinguishes it from the common form of the same noun. For example, Radha is an astronaut. So Vivek, can you guess which is the proper noun here?
I think it is Radha, right?
Yes, Vivek. The second is, I have a house in Bengaluru. So Vivek, tell me which one the proper noun here?
The proper noun in this sentence is Bengaluru.
Yes, Vivek. She owns a Samsung mobile. So what about this one, Vivek?
It's very easy, Navnita. I too own a Samsung mobile. The proper noun in this sentence is Samsung.
Wow, Vivek, you got all of them right. Now, Vivek, can you please share some activities to help students understand and learn proper nouns and common nouns?
Yes, Navnita. Now we have with us Sonia and Maria, who will take us through some activities. Welcome, Sonia and Maria.
Thank you, Vivek and Navneeta. Let us look at the first game that we have here called the Nounstick game.
Wow, this looks colorful. How do we play this, Maria?
See, what we need to do is write names of different things on ice cream sticks, jumble them and keep them in one cup. Then take 4 more cups and name them person, place, thing, and animal. Now the students must pick up each stick and place it in the correct cup.
Oh, can I try the first one?
Sure, Sonia, go ahead.
The first stick here is Mysuru, and Mysuru is the name of a place. So I need to place it in the cup with place written on it. Okay?
That's right. See, you've got it correct. In this way, students become aware that the name of every person, place, animal, or thing is called a noun.
What is this game? It looks very colorful.
Well, this is a very interesting and an interactive game one can play in their classroom. All you need as teachers is this sheet and dice. You roll the dice and must speak about what is in the first block of the corresponding row.
Oh, I have a dice with me. Can I roll it?
Sure, Sonia, go ahead.
Oh, I got 2.
2. Okay. So you need to make a list of the things that you saw today.
Well, I saw a bus, a car, a book, a table.
Excellent. I saw a truck too.
What if I get 2 again?
Then you need to talk about the things that are asked in the next block. And if you realize all these words are names of things.
And the names of things are called nouns? Oh, thank you, Maria. That was fun.
Well, let's move on to our next game, which is a bingo game. Now, for this, as the teacher, you would require a common set of questions and an equal number but different sentences containing nouns for the students. And the bingo cards, just as the ones that you see here.
So, how is this played?
Well, to play bingo with the learners, you have to read out one sentence at a time from the instructor's set. The students will then look at the sentences that they have and identify the nouns in each sentence. Now, each time a learner finds a noun, they will mark a dot or a cross or a tick in the corresponding box in the bingo card.
I think we should try this once.
Well, now, for example, in the sentence, Govind is eating. What type of noun is Govind?
Govind is a proper noun and it's for a person.
Excellent. And you need to add a dot or a tick under person there. Now, in the next sentence, guitar is a thing. Hence, you will mark a dot or a cross on the thing box in the bingo card.
Then who will be the winner?
The learner who gets a full row of words wins the game.
Thank you, Maria. Everybody, get ready for the poll question now. The question is appearing on your screens now. I live in an apartment in Bangalore with my family. I repeat, I live in an apartment in Bangalore with my family. Identify the statements that are correct. Option A, the options are apartment should start with a lowercase a. B in Bangalore should be made lowercase. Family and Bangalore should start with a lowercase. Family should start with a lowercase.
Well, teachers, this is a multiple choice. So you can have more than one answer for this question. It can be B and C or A and B or A and B. Please select any 2 answers or maybe more if you think it is correct and click on the submit button. I can see a lot of you participating, but I want everyone to answer the question. Well, most of our participants are participating. I request everybody to participate, please. So most of our teachers have selected A and D, and that is correct. A and D, since A is A in the apartment and family are common nouns, that is why they should be in lowercase. Well done, teachers. Now let us look at a few activities that the children in our classroom will enjoy.
What is this here? I didn't know Batman was from London.
Well, that's the catch here. This is a fun and interactive game to revise common nouns and proper nouns.
Maria, can you explain how?
Sure. See, students in your class, you have to tell them to prepare an iCard. Now, this iCard should not have their name, but should have the name of their favorite star, maybe a cricketer or a film actor, an actress, or a singer, or a superhero. Then they have to write down the place they want to live in or they wish to live in, and what is their favorite food that they like to eat. Once they do this, students introduce themselves with their made up name and the place they want to live in and the food that they love to eat.
Oh, with this, we can explain the difference between proper and common nouns.
Absolutely. Now let us look at a few more games. Now for this activity, we need a number of flashcards with us with different images on them.
Can you give me a few examples?
Well, the flashcards can have images of trees, pens, pencils, chairs, etc.
Okay.
Now, all these flashcards that you prepare, you need to put it in one bag. And students need to pick up a flashcard from the bag and identify the thing first. And then tell the corresponding proper noun of the same item that they have picked. Now, for example, if I tell you, now if I have picked up a flashcard which has pencil on it, I will say this is a pencil. And to give it a proper noun, I'll say this is a Natraj pencil.
Okay. So we take a common noun and give it name that's a proper noun.
Absolutely. Now, come let's see what happens to the nouns when they are more than one. Navneeta and Vivek will explain it to us.
Singular and plural nouns. When we talk about one person, place, idea, or thing, we call it a singular noun.
So, when we talk about two or more persons, two or more places, two or more ideas, or two or more things, we refer to it as the plural nouns. Vivek, now I remember that most nouns, when in their plural form, they end with an S.
Okay, but what are these magnets doing here, Navneeta? This looks like a very different magnet.
Oh, that's an S magnet, Vivek.
What does the yes magnet do?
The S magnet gets attracted to plural nouns. Let's see how it works. So, when it is single, it is apple. And when it is more than one, they become apples.
Okay, so now I get it. To make the noun plural, we need to add an S.
Yes, exactly. So here are some of examples of nouns ending with yes. Vivek, can you read them out along with me, please?
Sure, Navneeta. Singular, ship, plural, ships. Train, trains. Owl, owls. Bicycle, bicycles. Helmet, helmets. Photograph, photographs. And the plural of fan is fans. Navneeta, what about bus? Do we say two bus as it already ends with an S?
No, Vivek. For that, we have another magnet. Come, let's have a look at it. Let me introduce you to another special magnet, that is the ES magnet. When singular nouns end with CH, SH, yes, SS, RX, we usually add ES to form the plural.
Oh, so that's why the yes magnet wasn't working for me.
Yes. Can you give me more examples of these words?
Sure, Navneeta. I remember the plural form of bus is buses, glass is glasses, brush, brushes, watch is watches.
Oh, that's correct, Vivek.
Navneeta, where are you going now?
I am going to a special class that is Grammarmatics.
Grammarmatics. Yes, I remember that you told me about this last week. What did you learn there?
Vivek, I learned that one singular noun plus another singular noun equals a plural noun.
Oh, very fine. Navneeta, you look very happy and excited today.
Yes, I just went to a garden and I saw many flowers and the butterfly there. And I remembered what I learned in the Grammarmatics class.
What is that, Navneeta? Let me know.
Come, let's see, Vivek. When a noun ends with Y, you can change them to plural by changing Y to I and adding ES.
Oh, so that means two butterfly are called butterflies.
Yes, Vivek. Let's look at some more examples. So, baby in its plural form is babies. One family and many families. And the plural of fly is flies.
So baby in its plural form is babies. Then more than one key will be?
Wait, Vivek. When nouns have a vowel before the Y, the S magnet gets attracted to it.
Oh, just like that. One toy and many toys. One day and many days.
Yes. Come, let me show you what else I learned. Now, if one is a leaf, then many are leaves.
Wow. Navneeta, is this a new equation?
Yes, Vivek. Nouns ending with F, you can change them to plural by replacing F to V and adding ES.
Okay. We have already seen that leaf in its plural form is leaves. Similarly, one calf and many cows. One wolf and many wolves. Friends, everybody get ready for the poll question. The question is appearing on your screens now.
So here is a polling question. One night, I heard a pack of dash howling. Our cow had just given birth to a dash. I was worried about it. I wanted to go out and check, but I was hungry. I opened the kitchen cupboard and found 2 dash of bread. So here are the options.
The options are A, wolf, cows, loaves, wolves. Option B, wolves, calf, loaves. Option C, wolves, cows, loaves. Please put your answers in the poll question window, friends, and click submit to register your answer. Navneeta, many of our teachers are very creative and intelligent too.
Yes, they are answering correctly, it seems, Vivek. Please put your answers in the poll window. Don't type anything in the chat box. So some of them are giving A, some are mentioning B, and some are mentioning C.
I request my friends to please poll their answers, but not in the chat box.
I request more and more friends to answer in the poll itself. After that, you can give submit button.
The polling ends in 10 seconds from now. Navneeta, see, a lot of our teachers have answered it correctly. The correct answer is B. Well done, teachers. A few words have very irregular forms in the plural. For example, one person and many people, one tooth and two teeth, one mouse and 100 mice.
Okay. A few plural nouns are the same as the singular noun, like one sheep and many sheep, one deer and many deer, and one fish and many fish.
Yes, Navneeta. You know, a few nouns are always plural, like pants, shoes, glasses, etc. Now, Sumaya, will you know to how to play a Sherlock Nouns as I said last time? Please introduce us to the new game.
Yes, Vivek. I'm sure you have heard of Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, Sumaya, I know about him. He is a famous detective from London. I have watched a few of his movies.
Yes, Vivek. He is a famous detective. Now, it is time you become detective. Vivek, you could help me play this game.
Sure, Sumaya. What do I have to do?
Vivek, some pictures of nouns are shown for you, such as baby, apple, bee, etc. Observe the pictures carefully.
Okay.
Okay, now look at the pictures in front of you. As you can see, some of them are missing. Try to recall and identify as many missing pictures as you can.
Sumaya, I do not have such a good memory. But I think the baby is missing.
You're right, Vivek. Apart from the baby, apple and balloons are also missing.
Oh, yes.
That was simple, Vivek, wasn't it?
It was a simple game, Sumaya.
The next one won't be easy as this. Now, dear teachers, it's your turn. Observe the pictures in front of you. I will give you 20 seconds to do so. I hope, Vivek, you're observing it too.
Yes, Sumaya. I'm also observing the pictures carefully.
I hope our teachers are observing as well. Now, teachers, please mention in the chat box what pictures are missing from the previous slide. Please type in your answers in the chat box. Yes, I could see some of the responses coming up. Yes, hat, balloon, Buddha. Wow. This look wonderful. Our teachers are responding. I request the teacher to type in the missing pictures that you could recall from the previous slide. Yes, I could see many of the teachers responding. I want everyone to respond in the chat box. That's correct, teachers. The missing pictures are Buddha, bear, cap, and a bat and ball.
Thank you, friends.
Now, teachers, let's raise the difficulty level a little more, and the slide will stay for another 20 seconds. I request you to observe the slides carefully and type in the missing pictures.
Friends, observe the pictures carefully and type your answers in the chat box and see. Yeah, Sumaya, this seems a little difficult for me. Yes, some pictures are missing. Friends, now can you help me by typing the missing pictures in the chat box?
Yes, Vivek, but our teachers have already started answering. I could see many of the responses coming up. They'll become good detectives, you know.
Yes, Sumaya, they've already started answering.
I request the teachers to type in your answers in the chat box. I could see a wonderful response here. Well, teachers, all of you made a good effort at being a great detectives. The pictures missing in the last slides are camel, basketball, bee, shuttlecock, bell, and the birthday cake.
Thank you, Sumaya. We all had fun being detectives. We also realized that each of these missing pictures are nothing but nouns. Now, let's move on and look at some giveaway activities that we can implement in a classroom.
Sure, Vivek. Let's take up the first giveaway activity, that is identifying the objects. In this activity, the students must identify as many objects around them as possible and write their singular and plural forms. For example, if there is one pencil, they have to write the plural form pencils. If there are 3 children, write the singular form child.
Oh, this way they will be able to revise the spellings of the singular and plural forms of the nouns.
Yes, Vivek, you're right. Now, let's take up the second activity, which is describing the noun. In this activity, the students need to describe each of the words identified in the activity 1 using singular and plural nouns. For example, if the word identified in the previous activity was dog, then the dog can be described as it has a nose, 2 eyes, 4 limbs, and a mouth, etc.
Thank you, Sumaya. Friends, we now move on to the last but not the least topic, article. Sonia and Asha will take over from here. Welcome, Sonia and Asha.
Thank you, Vivek. So, Asha, what did you have for breakfast today?
Well, Sonia, I had an banana and an apple.
Do you think what you said is correct? It doesn't sound right.
Why not, Sonia? Banana has an in it and apple begins with a.
Well, that is true. But there are few rules we need to follow here as well.
A few more rules? What are those?
Yes, but these are easy to remember. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Articles are used to indicate the number of singular nouns and to specify which noun is being talked about.
Okay, Sonia. Then why is an banana wrong? I was talking about just one banana here, no?
Well, let us look at it in a more detailed way. Now, remember, there are two types of articles.
Yes, I remember. One is definite and another one is indefinite articles.
That's correct. Let us look at indefinite articles first.
Okay.
They are used in relation to nouns that are unspecified or undefined. The indefinite article an is used before nouns that begin with vowels or vowel sounds. Can you give me some examples?
Oh, so it is an apple, an eye, and an umbrella.
Yes. So now you understand what I said it didn't sound quite right?
Yes. So, can I guess when we use the article a?
Yes, go ahead.
The indefinite article a is used before nouns that begin with consonants or consonant sounds like a banana.
That's right, Asha. Can you give me a few more examples?
Like a dog, a snake, a pineapple, and a chair.
As I mentioned before, words are called articles or determiners are used when we refer to singular nouns.
So we say a river, a house, and an egg.
That's correct, Asha. You know, just like a few people we see who do not follow rules. We have some words too that do not follow the rules. For example, university and uniform start with the vowel, but they do not start with the vowel sound. So we use the article a in front of university and uniform.
On the other hand, some words do not begin with a vowel, but they begin with a vowel sound like in honor, our, etc. So, what is a definite article, Sonia?
Well, the definite article the is used in relation to nouns that are specific or well defined or already mentioned in the conversation.
Like the banana I had for breakfast was a little raw.
Yes, that's correct, Asha. And also, the is used to refer to a particular or specific person, place, thing, or idea. For example, the Himalayas. Now, over to Vivek and Maria.
Thank you, Sonia and Asha, for explaining articles to us. Dear teachers, now we have a simple question. Please type in your answers in the chat box. You need to tell us the missing article in the sentence. The sentence is, Ravi goes to office by bus. It takes him dash hour to reach there. I repeat, Ravi goes to office by bus. It takes him dash hour to reach there.
Vivek, before you could finish telling the question, our teachers have already put in their answers. And I'm telling you, everybody is telling the right answer.
You know,
So
Maria,
think-
I said
yeah.
you one thing that our teachers were very creative.
Yes, and I think we need to thank Asha and Sonia for teaching them so nicely.
Thank you, Sonia and Asha, again.
Wow, all of them have written the right answer here. Not one wrong answer. Everybody is saying it is an. Very good, teachers. I think all of you have answered it correctly. And yes, how smart our teachers are. So the missing article is definitely an. So the sentence should be read as Ravi goes to office by bus. It takes him an hour to reach there. Well done, teachers.
Thank you, teachers. Friends, let us look at a board game which we can play in the class to revise the use of articles.
Wow, what is this? It looks something like a snake and ladder, but I can't see snakes or I can't see the ladder as well.
Maria, don't worry. I'll teach you how. This is a board game where students review a, an, and the by completing true or false statements and talking about various topics for 30 seconds. Players take turns to roll the dice and move their counter along the board.
Wow, can I try? I have dice with me. Should I roll it?
Sure, Maria, go ahead.
Hey, I got one. What should I talk about?
Maria, if you land on a true or false square, you need to complete the statement with the correct article and read it to the group. If you do this correctly, then you score a point. If the statement is correct, the other group members guess whether it's true or false for the player.
Okay, so the statement I see here is I saw dash interesting film recently. Here, I think I need to add an. So the statement will be read as I saw an interesting film recently.
That's correct, Maria. And I know that you watched a film last week as well.
Yes.
Now you get 1 point, Maria.
Hey, that's awesome. Uh, what if I land on a talk about square?
Maria, if you land on a talk about square, then you need to complete the talk about sentence with the correct article for 1 point. If the sentence is correct, you would need to talk about the topic for 30 seconds for an extra point. When you reach the finish, the game ends. The students with the most point wins the game.
Wow, that was really fun. Thank you so much, Vivek.
Thank you, Maria. It's a pleasure.
So today, friends, we learned what nouns are and some of the types of nouns, such as common and proper nouns. We also learned the singular and plural of nouns and the rules applicable when nouns are changed to their plural forms. Lastly, we saw what articles are and how they are related to nouns. Now, if you choose to use these ideas and activities in your classroom, not only will you be engaging your students, but you will also fulfill the prescribed learning outcomes by the NCERT. As you can see, these are some grade level learning outcomes for grades 4 to 7 that are mapped to the ideas and activities covered in this webinar.
A heartfelt thanks to all the facilitators who gave a very impressive class on nouns. Now it comes to Teachopia. Teachopia bandu Caring with Color na initiative alli develop agiro anta ಒಂದು application agide. This is available on Play Store also. Teachopia is containing the lesson plans for all the classes from 4th to 7th on all the chapters. Teachers can access the lesson plans for English classes through this Teachopia. And with respect to nouns, we have lesson plans for grade 4, 5, and 7 regarding the household articles, hobbies, profession, love for animal, the child who saved the forest, children of courage and bravery awards, my land, healthy life, avoid plastics, and much more. A heartfelt thanks to all the teachers who are actively participating throughout the webinar and giving us your valuable feedback.